Hi, my name is Mike Chapman, brand manager here with ListenUp, and today we are here with Steve Novakoski, who we just call Nova, from Cambridge Audio. Steve is the national sales manager. Cambridge Audio has one of the longest histories in the hi-fi business, and ListenUp's history with Cambridge goes back quite a ways, and we are very excited to be re-engaging with Cambridge Audio. And today, Steve is here to talk to us about one of their newest releases, the Evo 300.
Well, thank you very much. We're pleased to be here. We're really excited to relaunch back with ListenUp, and we were out inside stores. We just had a fabulous time meeting everybody. We had a chance to be able to go out and show one of the newest products that we have. In fact, your stores are the only stores to have seen the Evo 300 in person in America right now. This is a new product, but a design that we basically almost perfected many years ago. We used to have an Evo 150 for many years, and that was really one of the first real easy to use all-in-one units that didn't occupy a lot of space and still could run a lot of speakers. And as we were developing and going on, nowadays, everybody wants more power, more power, more power, and we agree with that. So we came out, we doubled the power of this in what we call a dual mono design. So this is an Evo 300 that puts out 300 watts at 8 ohms, about 540 at 4 ohms. I love the Evo 150, I've had one for many years. This is a serious step up. Has a lot more features, the StreamMagic app that we've been so successful with for so many years, and which we've owned and we've developed. We keep adding to it in layers, making things more interactive for the consumer, such as bass management, different equalization. We've got room corrections now. So we've added a lot more feature subset to the customer, as well as the ability to be able to control sound with a built-in EQ too.
And with that additional amplification, you've really widened the range of what speakers this product is going to be compatible with.
Yes, you know, I mean, there's a lot of really expensive speakers that are out there these days, and some of them are really power hungry, right? But then there's also some speakers that are not very expensive and that are still very power hungry. Now you've got something that, whether you're running a $1,000 set of monitors or a very inefficient bookshelf speaker, or you're running a $20,000 or $30,000 pair of speakers, you have something that gives you all the control and all the flexibility to be able to listen to your favorite music all the time.
Very good. All right, show us what it's about.
So on our Evo series, we've always have a big front panel display, right? That's really the center hub for you to be able to get all your information, right? And then what we also have is we have two rotary knobs. One that is going to be able to raise and lower the volume control, and these are really nice milled aluminum knobs. The second one is to be able to change all your inputs. So volume and input control. We have multiple inputs on this particular unit itself from a phono stage, but we also play well with almost everybody's streaming service that's out there. So whether it's Qobuz Connect, Tidal, right? We play well with everybody. I think we just added Amazon Music not too long ago as well. And we have several different types of display functions on here now that you can run through. So depending on whether you like album art or you like a clock or our traditional VU meters, we have got a display for somebody anywhere in the world to be able to listen to it.
Love the VU meters.
Yeah, you know, that's one of my favorite things too, right?
All right, so what all can we connect up to the Evo 300?
Well, we have a whole host of inputs for you to be able to go on. And Mike, why don't I just raise this on up here to be able to take a look. So you have all sorts of analog inputs. We have eARC, we have USB inputs, Ethernet, right, RS-232, and we also have a moving magnet phono stage as well.
And I see you have both balanced and non-balanced inputs, so you're all prepared for those who want to use the XLR outputs of their source.
Absolutely. You know, we've been doing that for many years, and we can't think of a better way to be able to give a lot more flexibility, because a lot of our customers are using balanced, right? So it's a great way to be able to do it. We also have dual sets of speaker outputs. So you have speakers A and speaker B, and these can be operated independently, right? Or both at the same time.
And can that also be used for bi-wiring?
Yes.
Excellent.
We also have sub output, and we also have preamp out. I use my Evo 150 as a preamp section and run mono blocks.
And can you do both simultaneously? Can you run pre-out to a second amplifier for, say, a second zone and still use the internal amplification?
Yes, absolutely, you sure can. In fact, for my outdoor speakers, I run it off the unit power and then I run mono blocks to my main speakers.
Perfect. Very cool. Well done. All right, so show me how we can change the cosmetics of this unit without having to replace it.
You know, being a British audio manufacturer, we care a lot about wood and cabinetry, right? So we give you two different types of side panels. A high-tech looking black side panel, and it just fits on with a pair of magnets, right, held in place, and also a real wood or walnut side panels. That way you have like a wood type panel that fits for a lot of that retro type look or a wood type furniture, or the real modern type look, so real sleek.
And retailers like us appreciate it. We don't have to stock two different models.
Right, exactly.
So talk to me a little bit about the acoustic signature of this unit. What should I expect it to sound like?
This is a very warm and tonal sounding Class D amplifier.
Which falls right in line with the tradition of Cambridge Audio.
There's a lot of times when we first released the Evo 150, and I would speak with several different retailers, and they would present the products or talk to me about it. This is the warmest sounding Class D I've ever heard. You would think that it's a Class A beam. And we really want to be able to make our stuff sound exactly like our sonic signature. We've known for Class AB amplification. In fact, we were the guys that really invented the toroidal power supply in an amplifier back in 1968, right? I was 3, I was there. I watched it, right? And that sonic signature, that warm neutral sonic signature, is what we really want to be able to get out there. So on this right here with a dual mono type design and the DAC chip that we're using, a 9038, which is an extremely fast, gives us the ability to operate up to DSD 512, right? It is a really black background on it. It's very, the dynamics are incredible, you know, especially on different string type instruments. You know, listening to somebody go play on a stand-up type bass, you can really hear that stringed instrument in detail. So people who like a real warm, natural sound, but also a lot of detail, that's something that they would be interested in.
Very good. All right, so what are we looking at for the Evo 300?
Well, our Evo 150 sells for $32.99. Double the power, approximately the same size. It's only $700 more. $39.99 for 300 watts of power.
That is quite the value.
Yeah, extremely great value.
And right now, if you go to ListenUp.com, you can pre-order the Cambridge Evo 300. And if you visit any of our retail stores in Denver, Colorado Springs, Boulder, Albuquerque, and Fort Collins, Colorado, you can see the Cambridge Audio equipment that we've got on display in all locations. And then next July, on the 15th and 16th, you'll be returning for our Music Matters event.
Looking forward to seeing everybody out there.
Very good. We'll see you next time. Thanks.
Thank you, everyone.